Hi, disc golf fans. Happy holidays. It is almost Christmas time, and so it's the off season here in Indiana. Uh, but I've got nothing to do today, so I kind of wanted to do an in the bag check, update type of thing. And kind of just show you my collection. So as you can see, I've got two bags, and they're all Champion discs in it. Yeah, all Champion discs. It's my favorite plastic from Innova, and Innova's my favorite company. First off, I do have 10 star discs left, and they're gonna be Christmas gifts this year. In about 5 days, I can show you what discs I've got. See, they're all star too, but here's a J, Invader, Shark, Mako 3, Rolo, Wombat 3. Really like this disc. If they would have made it a 56000, I would totally throw it because I really like the dart, but I'm just not an understable type of guy. In fact, this whole bag, they're all overstable discs, and I'll get to that later. But yeah, I like stable discs better. So when they come out with a 5600 or a 560, 1, 2, 3, 4, I will definitely buy that. Really looking forward to it too. In a couple years, most likely, maybe even next year. So yeah, here's some of my overstable discs here. Cayman. I got a chain out with this disc. One of the very few chain outs I've even gotten. I have not gotten an ace yet, and I've played since I was a teenager, and I'm a 30 now. I know that's crazy, but I did have some off season. Like, we have an off season because it snows here, and also I had a few years where I didn't play very much, so I kind of have an excuse, but I did hit a chain out with this disc, so I'm kind of sad to get rid of it, but I'm going to. I also got a Gator, so I've got two Shark discs, Shark and the Mako, and the Gator and the Cayman, two Gator discs. Got an Alien, and also really like that disc. The Champion Panther, it was originally a multi-purpose disc, and I learned about it from my cousin, but they ended up changing it to a mid-range, but then they made the Alien, which is actually multi-purpose. You can kind of play catch with it. It's got softer edges, and it's also got this weird pop top. You can see the top comes up real far. Yeah, like compared to the Gator, the Gator is like almost flat compared to this. You can really see that lip, or that hump. Yeah, so anyway, multi-purpose disc, pretty interesting. And last but not least, the disc that I'm keeping for myself as a Christmas disc to myself, and I will show you why, because it is purple with the jelly bean stamp, and so is this Champion disc, this Champion Toro. It is also purple with jelly bean stamp. So I'm gonna keep this one, just so I've got an extra one laying around. Yeah. It'll be the only star disc I have after this Christmas. So, anyway, back into my color-coded section here, my putters and approach discs. Yeah, so, anyway, that's all those. They are going to be Christmas gifts. I really want to do like a giveaway on my channel because like I don't have very many followers or subscribers. So like I thought a giveaway would be kind of interesting because like I don't know, it would probably just be some of you guys who randomly found my video and decided to watch it. But anyway, I will do a giveaway eventually. Next year. I can almost promise, but I don't want to break a promise, so I can't really make an official promise. But most likely I will do it next year, so be looking out for that. Next up is this stack of discs here. They're all Champion, and they're my extras from this bag, which is my official bag. This is just an overstable bag that I just try to rip and see. You know, if I just want to play lazy and just kind of throw as hard as possible, I use this bag. But this bag is my official bag, and that's the one I want to show you too. So, we might as well get started so this video doesn't go too long. Or you know what, actually, let's just make this a long video. What the heck? Some of you guys are interested. Let's go through this stack first. So, as you can see on the top, I've got an Ape and an Excalibur. Something interesting about the Ape and Excalibur is they're both very overstable. They're the most overstable discs that Innova makes, besides the Juggernaut, which they came out with this year or last year. So that's why I bought these two. I got them in orange, so I know, like, I can see them easily when they're in my bag. But to me, it just seems like, I mean, there's nothing like finding a disc you're just totally comfortable with. But I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, it seems like overstable discs have so much distance potential, especially for forehand. Because you can really give it a lot of power and they're not going to turn over on you. Like I have that problem when I throw forehand. Like they totally turn over on me a lot, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because like it's because you know, you usually throw a baseball like that, and so your hand just isn't used to it, or if it just gives it more power. I don't know. But for whatever reason, discs really tend to turn over on my forehands. So anyway, the Ape and the Excalibur do not do that. So I got them to kind of help my forehand game. That's kind of the story behind my overstable bag as well, because they're a bunch of Apes and Excaliburs and Invictus, Firebird, Thunderbird, and a Boss. So yeah, we will get to that bag last. I want to show you these first. We also got a Champion IT fairway driver. I do like the IT, because if you look at it, you see it's got a convex edge, and lots of other discs are like flat to concave, so you can see this one's real rounded. I really like that, and I want to find more. I hope they make more discs like that, because this one was just a bit understable for me, and it's a fairway driver, so you can't put too much power into it really. But yeah, I'm looking forward to more of those coming out from Innova. Alright, now we got a Katana. I don't have many complaints about the Katana. It's decent. It's a decent disc. Uh, I think it could probably be like a 12 speed, and that might kind of tone it down and give it a little more distance, a little more float. Because this one kind of dive bombs a little bit. But I don't know. I'm kind of more of a 12 speed guy, so that's what I think. That's why I really like the Excalibur, actually. Excalibur I really like. All right, here's a Boss. I've probably thrown this Boss further than I've thrown any other disc, and I mean it holds the distance record for a reason. I think because it really does fly pretty well. Something interesting about the Boss is that in Champion plastic, you can see it's a 13503, but in all other plastics, it's a 135 -13. So they gave it a different rating for the Champion discs, which I think they do sometimes, but I can't remember if there's any other ones that they do that with for sure. But that is something interesting about the Boss. And I have bombed with it a few times. So, and you can see it still holds the world record, so, of 1,108 feet. So Boss is pretty good. I've got one in this bag too. I might as well show you. I've got a nice newer one. It's got that Blizzard look to it, but you know, some come out like that. It's not actually Blizzard Champion. It just looks like it. But anyway, that's my other Boss from this bag. I can't get that big in there. All right. So now we got a Rock 3, one of the ultimate mid-ranges from Innova, and a Panther, a little more understable. Yeah, they kind of match pink with pink plastic, red stamp. That's why I bought them. I've got this sick purple Panther, brand new. I really like the Panther. It's just understable. If they made a disc that has like same mold but overstable, like an overstable mold of this, I would be all over it, because this disc, I mean, it feels amazing in the hand, and I think that's because that's part of the reason why it was a multi-purpose disc originally, but it really feels like that. I mean, it just feels so good. I love the Panther. So I hope they make an overstable version of the Panther. Maybe a Panther 3 or something. Next, I got a Daedalus. I like the Daedalus, but it is a little... Well, it's weird. It's supposed to be understable, but this one flies pretty overstable. I mean, I've thrown it quite a few times, and I have not been able to get it to turn over. In fact, I think I got the Shrike to turn over more than I got this Daedalus to turn over. So I don't know if it's just this Daedalus or what. You guys will have to comment. Let me know what you think about the Daedalus and the Shrike, because I like both, but this one does fly overstable, so I think that's why I like it more. Next, we got a Bamba. I rarely ever use it because it's so understable, but it is a good disc. It's still a nice... I suggest it for people who don't have a lot of power, because it's got a lot of turn, so it'll kind of flip up and float for a while. So yeah. Next, we got a Firestorm. Haven't thrown this yet, but I am looking forward to it. Looks like it'll be kind of like a destroyer based on the flight numbers. Haven't thrown it yet. I will let you know when I do. Oh, I had a swoosh logo the old logo, Firestorm, and I threw that around a little bit, but it didn't really catch my eye that much, so I don't know. Let's see, this stack's about to tip over, so I'm gonna put it down here, and I'm gonna put this disc back. Alright, next we got this dart. I really like the dart. I like it. It is nice and straight. I like it. I mean, it's a putter, and the Mako 3 is a mid-range, but I do like the dart better than the Mako overall. I mean, they're two different discs for sure, but I mean, I like the dart as a putter. But about this dart, it was in here as the blue disc here, my blue putter, but I changed that for an AVR when they came out with the Burst logo Champion AVR. That's what I picked up. So my two putters are a blue AVR and a red Rhino. And I like both of those discs together because the AVR is really plain. It's just round, very circular. But the Rhino is kind of edgy, kind of a little more advanced, I call it. It's got a thumb track and a bead, and it's a little bit more squared. The lip is obviously all the discs are circles, but like the lip of the disc is a little more rectangular, but the AVR is totally round. So anyway, that's why I picked these two, because they're totally different. So just in case I need one or the other, I've got them. Let's see, next we got a Valkyrie. I used to throw the Valkyrie a lot when I was a teenager. I had like a Star Valkyrie, Champion Valkyrie. I had a few over the years, and I definitely threw those pretty far. I don't really remember what my furthest disc was. I think it might have been the Beast. I had this red Champion Beast for a while when I started out, and I used to really do well with that. So, yeah, but haven't really used the Valkyrie much. I took it out of my bag. I had the Valkyrie and the Hawkeye in this bag for a while. But I basically changed it out for the T-Bird and the T-Bird 3. So, yeah, and I will show you those later. It's only there's only like 24 discs in that bag, so there's 24 in this one too, by the way. Yeah, so next, my extra destroyer. I am super stoked to throw this one. I bought it used from someone, but it's in really good condition. I got it off eBay, but it looks sick. And the destroyer, I mean, it's one of the most popular discs for a reason. So you really can't go wrong with the destroyer. And don't forget about the new racer they just made that's based off the same mold. I'm super stoked to throw the racer, but they haven't made it in Champion plastic yet, so that is why I have not thrown one yet. So I'm looking forward to that too. Next, we got one of my favorite discs, the Panther, with the Blue Panther with the money stamp, money holographic stamp. It looks amazing. It's a Panther. It's amazing. And, yeah, still hoping that they make an overstable version. Next, we got an extra Toro. Just got it around in case I need it. I'm not likely to lose a mid-range, so It's kind of just extra for now in case someone wants to play with me. All right, here's a J. Last 2 discs. We got a J and the Hawkeye I was talking about. I really like the Hawkeye. I liked it. Like, it's comfortable in the hand. I think this one's domey. This one might be yeah, it's a little domey. But, it seems to fly well. But again, it's kind of a straighter disc. I just kind of am oriented to overstable discs more. So the more overstable, the better. But this one, it's a -1-1, 7.5 -1-1. So it's supposed to fly real straight. So it'll probably make it back into the bag again. And the J, Champion J, I like the J. The J and the Mako kind of have this thing. They kind of bug me a bit because, like, the rim size is kind of thick, especially on the Mako 3. I mean, I know some of you disc golfers have noticed this. Like, the Mako 3 feels like a really fat disc. Well, the J is kind of like just like a medium, smaller version of that. And I don't know. It just bugs me a little bit. I like the Panther. It's a little on the smaller side. Like, the Panther would be small, J would be medium, and the Mako 3 would be large. I mean, the Mako 3 might even be extra large on that scale. But But yeah, so anyway, that's something that bugs me. But I would pick the J over the Mako 3. So anyway, that's my Champion discs. Hold on a sec, I'm going to put all these discs back in their place so that I don't build a leaning tower of discs here. Alright, so there's my gifts and my extras. Now let's get to my main bag. I might as well just explain this one first. Simply put, it is just an overstable bag. All the discs in it are overstable. I almost didn't even put the Boss in it because the other discs have a -1 rating for a turn. Like, I literally almost didn't put it in there, but I decided since they made the effort to change the Champion Boss to a different flight rating, I was like, it's worth putting it in there. So I did. But yeah, this one, we got 5 apes here and a Boss. Then we got 9 Excals and a Firebird and a Thunderbird and 7 Invictus. So yeah, that is my Champion. That's my overstable bag. And I'll probably make changes to it and get it more even. But like right now, it's just kind of a lot of Excaliburs. I'll probably change that up. So, onto this. Man, this video's already been 25 minutes. So I'll try to make this as neat and orderly as possible. Yeah. So let's start with with the putters. We got the yellow. They're all Champion, by the way. Remember, don't forget. We got a Champion Cayman. Super excited about this, especially after I almost aced with the Star one. I cannot wait to use this because I haven't used it because I just got it, I forget. I think I got it in August but I didn't use it because I was already using this bag. So I'm excited to use the Cayman, Champion Cayman. I love Champion. I love overstable discs, and I love mid ranges. So it's kind of a sweet spot for that. Yeah. Hopefully, I'll get an ace with it. All right. Next is the Mako 3. It does really fly on the line you put it on, but I don't know. It's just so thick, like that it just feels weird, I guess. But it's still a good disc, and I kind of just approach with it more, short range approaches, because I don't have to worry about the fade or anything. I could just really just throw it straight at it, and it always lands pretty close. So, yeah. Next, we got the AVR. A totally OG disc. It's one of the first discs Innova even started making. I've had a few Champion ones, but I gotta say this one's like crystal clear. Like, it's so clear. It looks amazing. And the stamp is partially blue, kind of matches it, kind of nice. But yeah, I've got this putter. I use it for putting alongside the Rhino. Then I got the Toro, Champion Toro. I like this disc. It's good for approaches. It's kind of like a brick. Like, it doesn't fly a lot. It doesn't sail through the wind. It just kind of, you just throw it at it and it gets nearby. I like it. Yeah, I don't have to worry about the wind with the Toro. Another disc you don't have to worry about the wind with is the Rhino. But it's still got a lot of loft because it's pretty deep. But yeah, I like to keep it as a putter with my AVR. Last but not least, I got a Rolo, and I will probably find a different orange disc to go in my putter section. The Rolo was the only orange one I had when I was color coding this. So, yeah, but I'm probably going to get an orange dart, and that is what will take this thing's place. So, on to the fairways and a couple more mid-ranges. First we got the Wombat 3. Flies super straight. Kind of is like Frisbee-esque. Like, it's got that little bit of flip up, like if you just always put hyzer on it, it just flips up to straight pretty good. But I don't know. I do hope they make an overstable version of it, like a 5602 or 5601, anything, 560 anything. So, yeah, because I just don't like that turn rating quite as much as other people. But, I might get used to it. There's nothing like a disc that flies the way you want. Find that perfect disc. All right, next we got the Leopard 3, the Leopard and the Leopard 3, and also the T-Bird. I color-coded these ones as well. The Leopard and Leopard 3 are blue. The T-Bird and T-Bird 3 are yellow. And then the TL and the TL3 are the red ones here. So, Leopard and Leopard 3, good fairway drivers. I've used the Leopard since I was a teenager, so I'm kind of used to it. Just give it nice touch shots, to stay accurate. If you need to throw it far, I mean, I would just use the Leopard 3. Yeah. I mean, the more speed, the further you need to go, the more speed your disc should be. So anyway, but they are nice fairway drivers, just nice smaller shot, shorter range shots, fairway shots. All right, next we got the T-Bird and the T-Bird 3. I got these along with the Cayman, so I actually haven't used the T-Birds yet, but I am excited about it because my brother really likes the T-Bird. So, I'm looking forward to using those. The TL and the TL3. I really like the TL3. I had another TL3. I don't remember much. Oh yeah, that's right. It was purple. It was a purple swoosh logo. And I don't know. I just like the feel in my hand. Probably because it's an 8-speed. Like it's almost, it's like almost a Firebird, almost a Thunderbird. So it's just got that feel to it. All right. Last fairway and mid-range is the Rock 3. I'm sure most people have heard of the Rock 3. It's another disc that was like the 3rd or 4th disc that Innova started making back in the 80s. Or, excuse me, that was the Rock. I think the Rock 3 came out more around the turn of the century. I'm not sure. But, yeah, I really like this one. It's a nice color of pink. It looks like soap to me, so I kind of call it the soap disc sometimes because it looks soapy. So, other than that, it is a good mid-range, nice and overstable. I really like it. I probably would have made it a little more aerodynamic, but they probably using the mold is probably still from back in the day, so you couldn't expect it to be too advanced. But a little more aerodynamics into it, and it would feel a lot better in the hand to me. Something about it, it's kind of like, it's got a little bit of a feel like a overstable Panther with a bead. Like, that's how it feels to me. The rim is the same, the rim feels the same, except with the bead. So, on to the best part, the distance drivers. Start with the, oh yeah, by the way, I've got speeds 9 through 13, 2 of each. So I've got 2 9s, 2 10s, 2 11s, 2 12s, 2 13s. Let's start with the 9s. I've got the Firebird and the Thunderbird, of course. These discs are highly praised. They're pretty common, especially the Firebird. Lots of people have heard of the Nate Sexton Firebirds. I like the Firebird better, of course, because it's more overstable. But the Thunderbird is really nice on backhands. It's just nice, flies straight with just a little bit of reliable fade at the end. It's really got a nice flight to me. I accidentally jacked this one up on a rock too. I don't know if you, oh well, yeah, there it is right there. Got a little thing on it. Yeah, see that? So anyway, I gotta get a new one of those. But it works now, just kind of flies beat in. But I do like overstable disc better, so I do like the Firebird a bit better. Next, we got speed 10. We got the Orc, and of course the Beast. This is a Barry Schultz Beast. Not to be confused with Greg Barsby. Barry, get it? you know, I don't know, I just mix those up sometimes. Like the Beast, really used to rip on it back in the day, so I got another one. Uh, the Orc, I've thrown a few times. It's pretty overstable, but especially this one. But I don't know, it's a 10 speed, so if I need to throw further, I just get a higher speed disc. But this one's still pretty good for mid range. I mean, fairway. I'd still use it on the fairway if it's like a longer fairway. And haven't really forehanded it that much, but I will let you know when I do. All right, next we got speed 11. We got the Mystere and the Wraith. Of course, the Wraith. The Wraith was another one I used to throw back in the day. Probably my furthest throw. I haven't mentioned the Wraith yet. I knew I was forgetting something, but yeah, the Wraith is one of the ones I used back in the day. So I got another one. Let's see who signed this one. Oh, it's a Ken Klimo one as well. Yeah, Mystere. Something about this Mystere. There's this one hole at the course near my place, and I get so close every time I use the Mystere because I get so close to an ace every time. I mean, just feet away from the basket. So close. But yeah, the Wraith is a distance driver. It's kind of like the Destroyer, but a little bit slower. So I'll just kind of max out my distance with the Wraith, and I don't know. I think I get the Destroyer to fly farther. So anyway, the Wraith is just kind of like in between fairway and distance to me. Not quite a distance driver. But again, I think I'm more of a speed 12 type of guy. So, on to the 12s. Speaking of that, we got the Turn and the Destroyer. The Turn, just like it says, you know, just like it's named, the Turn. It's got good turn. It's got really good S-flight. I like the blue and black colors. Looks nice. Just needs a red and white one. Kind of like the Rhino. I'll show you. Don't those just look so sick next to each other? Oh, yeah. So, the Destroyer, I don't really need to say much about it. I got this one used as well. It was in worse condition, so that's why I used it. Because I had this red one, but I didn't like the way it looked, so I got blue ones instead. But the Destroyer is a really common disc. It's really popular nowadays. Don't forget about the Racer. But yeah, the Turn gets good ass flight. So, last two discs. Speed 13s. The Shrike and the Boss. I really like the Shrike. Really like it. But oh yeah, actually I forgot. It's the one with the dataless. It's like I almost like it. The rim, it feels so good in the hand, but it just flies lightweight. Like it's just this one's just kind of lightweight. So I've been trying to tweak that. I haven't gotten another Shrike yet, but I'm waiting for the Charger and the Racer to come out in Champion plastic. So when they do, the Charger will probably replace the Shrike, or I might actually do the Shrike and the Charger because they're almost the same. The Charger flight ratings are 13.5, -1.2, instead of 13.6, -1.2, like the Shrike. So, yeah, and the last disc is the Boss. So, yeah, really, I tried to get as many different discs as possible in this bag. As you can see, they're actually literally all different. There's not a single double. There's not two of the same disc in this bag. Although there is three of the same Innova Champion Metal Flake Champion Plastic place markers. Did red, yellow, orange. Yeah, so all in all, probably the most noticeable thing about this bag is that all the discs are different. Like, there's not two of the same disc in there. They're all singles. And I did that just to have as many different discs as possible. It gives me that many options. So, yeah, besides the charger and the racer, this bag is looking pretty set. Oh yeah, and the Ape and the Excalibur. I have not put those in there, but like the Ape and the Excalibur are so overstable that they kind of just hold their own. That's why I made a full bag out of them. So that's kind of what the reason I haven't even put them in yet, is because this bag is good without it. So that means besides the charger and racer, this bag is set. Once the charger and racer come back, I will have to do a bag update, because I'll probably take out the Boss and put in a charger, and then I'll probably take out the Turn and put in a racer. So I'll let you know when I do that. So let's see if I can think of anything else to say while you guys watch me put these discs back. I guess I might as well start it off by saying Innova is totally bomb. They're so great. I literally love Innova plastic. I love Innova Disc Golf. Like, they just make such good stuff, and it's so dope that they're like, we're one of the first company, we're the first company that made discs. That's so sick. So anyway, that's why I decided to go with Innova, because I already had a lot of Innova to begin with as well. So I just kept getting more and more, and voila, I've got 2 full bags of just Innova. If I was going to use other companies, it would definitely be Discraft or Latitude 64. I mean, I've barely even touched any other company's discs, so that shows you how much Innova I play with. But yeah, props to Innova. Props to Disc Golf United for handling a bunch of my orders, because that's what I've been buying most of these from. Yeah. All in all, I can't wait to use this bag again. But this one's just so overstable, I just can't stay away from it, really. But, yeah, I mean, I guess I can't really think of anything else to say, so those are my bags. Happy holidays again, and if you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and please subscribe, like and subscribe first, to you that we're just gonna like and leave. Subscribe to me, because I'm gonna make more content, and I really want to get out there in the disc golf world more. I will probably get a PDGA number next year, because I've got enough discs that I can afford to actually enter in some tournaments next year. So please subscribe, look for more content. I'll probably end up getting a tripod, because I don't know how to film myself. Like, I have to hold my phone and throw. Like, you can't really do that. I might drop my phone, and it's all shaky and stuff. So anyway, when I get a tripod, I'll be able to show you guys more in the field access. Yeah. So you guys take it easy. Happy holidays.